Hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen, what it do, people? Hey, you already know when that goes off, you know this show about to be on point. It's your boy Kstylz here, and this is another weekly episode of the 6-Man Konvo. So you get your chance to get your one-on-one time with your boy, the 6-Man himself. Um, I was say, how are we doing this evening? Okay, that's enough. My apologies, y'all. I'm usually had that prepared, but it's all good. But I say, what's up to everybody? See how everybody doing this evening. You already know what we're about to do. We're about to go ahead and shout the people out that I see in here. Um, we got the nation in the building. We got Joseph Thornton. Condor, bro, what's happening? Reggie C2K, YMOF Jamal, what is happening? What is happening? We got 12 people watching right now. Like I said, at the end of the day, we appreciate what you do here. As you look at the bottom of the screen, like I said, just follow your boy Just Kstylz on YouTube, Twitter at Just Kstylz87, and Instagram Kstylz 6-Man. Hey, I see a more of y'all coming in here. Xavier Littman, Radiant Media, Anthony Jackson, Juan Carter. What's going on? I know y'all seen the title of today's broadcast. It's going to be, what do I think about? Who do I think going to be the starters on this offense? I said, let's just get right into it. I know everybody's getting ready for this Suns Clippers game coming on later today, so I'm not going to take too much of your time. But I want to give a shout out for this one. This actually came from a question from last week, and I have to shout out this question on offense to Mr. Motivator himself, Michael Walker's. Was it Saint 16? What's going on? Let me make sure I did say the right name when it comes to Mr. Motivator. I'm gonna give him a shout out on this question here. He pretty much asked last week about who do I feel is gonna be the starters on defense. This is why I say, if y'all want to go ahead and leave your questions, like I said, you see that Twitter handle, you see that Instagram handle below, and you also make sure you comment hashtag Ask Kstylz, because your questions might end up on this live. So we looking at the starters. So my thing when I say about these starters is it's pretty much gonna be the same typical cast. Offensive line, Jake Matthews. Centers probably gonna be Matt Hennessy, Chris Lindstrom, Caleb McGarry. But that left guard spot is going to be interesting. Tony Wright, what's going on? Coming in here talking about what's the word, sir? Hey, man, just telling folks what I think about this offense and who I think going to be starting day one. Like I said, I could be wrong, so these are just guesses here. But like I said, the big question mark on that offensive line is Utah Sports. What's going on, man? Y'all coming in while I'm bringing in the word. But I need a church organ with this one. But left guard, that's been the question mark on that offensive line. As we know, Josh Andrews looked like he might be penciled in to be the starter at that spot. I could definitely see that, especially with Matt Gano kind of being out for a little while. He might be out for the season. I would like to see Jalen Mayfield in that spot, but in order to bring him up into that process, I definitely see like I say, Josh Andrews taking up that spot, doing the damn thing. So pretty much the offensive line pretty much going to be the same from last year. But like I said, you got battles at the center with Dahlman and Hennessy, but Hennessy looked like he's taking that spot real good. So I'm just glad to see them try to build that camaraderie, because as we know it, the offensive line is one of the most important aspects of your offense. If your quarterback ain't got no protection, he can't throw the ball. If your offensive line ain't blocking, you can't run the ball. And if you can't protect the quarterback, the wide receivers ain't getting the ball. Hey, I'm just gonna say it like that. Backfield. Let's look at the backfield. We already know Matt Ryan's penciled in as the quarterback, so I'm not going to really go into that much. Not the quarterback position, because we already know Matt Ryan's penciled in as that starter. Now, if you talk about that backup spot, we already know AJ McCarron got that. It'll take Felipe Franks to really wow them to get that backup position. But I'm about to say the backfield, like I say, as you know, Mr. Nate Dogg with quads. Mike Davis is gonna be the starter running back. I got some planned to talk about Mike Davis in a future video, so y'all be on the lookout for that. And as you know, the greatest third string tight end in the NFL history, Keith Smith gonna be the starting fullback. Just letting y'all know he gonna be the starting fullback, man. But this is where I'm gonna kind of get interested on this one here, is the wide receiving core, because I know everybody is happy that we got Kyle Pitts in here. It's kind of weird that I say this. I think the way that they're gonna do this, like I say, it's so weird, because if you think two tight end sets, you don't really throw fullbacks in there that often with two tight end sets, especially if you're trying to run with two wide receivers. But just on the safe space, like I said, you say Kyle Pitts is definitely going to be penciled in at tight end. But for some reason, my mindset is really Hayden Hurst being the starting tight end and having Kyle Pitts, like I said, like with him being like an undefined role with the tight end and wide receiver. We just gonna add this as football player. That's what he is. But if we're gonna look at the main state of it, I'm gonna say Kyle Pitts. And the two wide receivers, and like I said, this is another spot, that number two wide receiver is another spot that is definitely up for grabs. I kind of see the way that they're building it up. I have a feeling that Frank Darby might end up at that number two wide receiver spot. I know that might be kind of like a, what about Russell Gage? Well, only reason I say Frank Darby is not because not because Russell can't handle it, but I just feel like he's more better suited in the slot. Like I said, when you running certain packages on offense, like even if you run a shotgun packages, see, you instead of having Keith Smith at the fullback lined up, you could have a Kyle Pitts or Hayden Hurst lined up at their fullback spot. See, now you add a different dynamic on offense where it's like, oh, it looks like traditional shotgun, but it's really a 4 or 5 wide receiver set. But yeah, let me go ahead and get some of y'all comments on. I'm gonna go ahead and read some of y'all comments on this thing. Like I said, the Frank Darby thing is kind of weird. It's kind of weird because this is like really a dual tight end system. So that number two spot is kind of funky as far as declaring who's the number two. Let's see. Tony Wright asks, what's the injury and recovery time with Matt Gano? Like I said, he's gonna be out for a while. So you gotta have, like I said, we gotta see. They said it wasn't season ending, but it's gonna be a while. So you have to prep for that. Like you said, just as long as James Carpenter and Jamal Brown at that left guard spot, we'll be all right. You got 300 pounds of pudding, ain't back there no more. You still gotta pay them, but they ain't back. But yeah, he's gonna be out for a while. Be number two, Russell Gage or Tajay Sharp. You know what? And I forgot all about Tajay Sharp. Let me go ahead and change that now. It depends. I think, like you said, if they're more comfortable with Russell Gage in the slot, it'll probably Tajay Sharp enough too. Damn, I forgot about Tajay Sharp. Hey, appreciate you reminding me too. I feel I had a brain fart there for a second. But hey, this is why we do at Atlanta Falcon Nation here is y'all teach us and we teach y'all. We all learn together. Hey, at the end of the day, man, that's what it's all about. Let's see what else. Yeah, Floyd Dolly. Yeah, Gano's a tough son bitch. Yeah, he is tough. But them leg injuries is nothing to play with, especially for an offensive line. They ain't nothing to play with. Fall Star Falcon said we're going to be dangerous point blank. Yeah, like you said, especially when you don't like, even though Kyle Pitts and Calvin Ridley is definitely going to be something that they're going to be paying attention to defensively. It's the fact that you don't like. It's not like a guaranteed. Oh, we know in this situation Matt Ryan's going to go to this guy, or when they need a first down, he's going for that guy. It's not going to be a situation like that because it's going to be a matchup offense, which means whoever the hell is open. You see a lot of the great quarterbacks of the past. That's the type of offenses that they run later in their career is usually the whoever the hell is open offense. But you also have to remember what also benefits for them too is that they definitely get the ball out in 3 seconds. Like I said, 1, 2, boom. 1, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. That's how you prolong that quarterback for that season, and that's how you prolong him for the next couple years. Because you want to build that foundation, you want to build that basically you want to build that foundation to where if you decide to go with another quarterback in the next couple years, if you like, they're really high on Felipe Franks, so it's not even guaranteed they're gonna draft another quarterback. But if they do, you're setting the building blocks for something to be special 5-10 years from now, and that's what it's all about. Mr. Lee said Frank Darby might get the number 3 spot. Yeah, he could be the number 3 spot. Like I said, 2 or 3. Like I said, the way that they're setting it up for him, it almost seems like they're setting him up to be the number 2. Like I said, it'd be right now if I say Tajay Sharp, but I guarantee within week 8 or 9. If they feel like Russell Gage, because Russell Gage is set at the slot. Like I said, he's set at the slot. He can play outside too, but he's more dangerous at the slot. But if you're looking for a number 2, I think, like I said, it'll probably be Frank Darby, but it might be later on in the season though. It's kind of interesting to say that. Oh man, Kondo King, appreciate it. And like I said, shout out to all the moderators too. And like I said, you shout out Mad Mike Sports and Miss Maggie T in the background. They producing this evening, so I'll give a shout out to them and the whole Atlanta AFN family. And like I said, shout out to the moderators and the regulars that come through and show us some love. Yeah, hit that like button. Like I said, subscribe, share this to all your friends that's not subscribed to just Kstylz or Atlanta Falcon Nation. Definitely do that. But Rakondo King asks, since Gano is out, who's going to be that swing tackle? It's going to be Jalen Mayfield. It's definitely going to be Mayfield. That's the reason why they working him at guard, because they want him to get used to playing in those spots. So just in case anything happens, as you see, anything can happen, you set right there. But like I said, either way, like I said, as long as the offense is quick snap, like I said, it's a West Coast style. As long as we run the damn ball, let me repeat that: run the damn ball. As long as we do that, we will be good. Matt Ryan will be good, and all the offensive pieces will be good, because you want to set this up to where when it comes down to November, December, January, you want to set a rhythm to where you're not going to rely on throwing the ball 35, 40, 45 times a game. Because the last 2-3 years, we done threw the ball almost 670 times each of the last 3 seasons. That's not winning football. If you cut down them attempts by at least 100 and add at least another 100 on them rushing attempts, that's the balance that we need. Yeah, because I know y'all about tired of the Farmer Fran air raid wannabe offense. Let's see. Anthony Jackson got one right here. He says, as long as we place intensity on both sides of the ball and run the damn ball, we'll be just fine. Yes. That's all I say. Yes. That'd definitely be fine. Let's see. Ted Sports and Gaming. What's going on, homie? Appreciate you joining us, man. He said Gage getting at number 2. He hungry, but Frank Darby would definitely be the 3 or 4. Like I said, ain't nothing set in stone at that spot right now. So we gonna see. Like I said, it'll most likely be Russell Gage. But like I said, it's tough because I just see him as that slot, which is nothing wrong with that, by the way. There's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like they might want to go a little bigger on the other side. Because if we're trying to run the ball, you want your 2 starting wide receivers to definitely be effective run blockers. And I know Calvin Ridley is not really an effective run blocker, but he's going to have to start this year if he wants that big payday. I'm going to give it – okay. Rated Media says Mayfield could be the steal of the draft. I agree with Darby being a late season asset. Yes, he can be a steal because you like I said, you basically got a mauler, a power 5 mauler for less the price. So he already ain't got the pressure of starting immediately. So boom, there you go. Let me get one more. We're gonna do one more comment, and then we're gonna get to the next subject here. Saint said Trey not done putting more ice out there on the court, especially after last night's game. Yeah. If you notice now, he's been getting a lot of love from the media now, because he's basically shutting down the narrative that the Hawks lost in the trade with Luka Doncic. So he's shutting that narrative up and shutting a lot of folks up. But wait a minute, wait a minute. Is that Sean Harlow still? Goddamn, he's still on the roster. Wait, I need to look something up. I'm gonna look something up after him. Like, wait, Sean Harlow still on the roster? You see, I'm gonna have to raise the people's eyebrow on that right quick. Like, I'm gonna look that up right quick. But appreciate y'all. Let's go ahead and get to this next comment right here. Not the next comment, but we're gonna get to the next. And this is the one I'm gonna have fun with right here. Falcons starters on defense. This is gonna be the fun part. This is gonna be the we about to be happy Dean P side of the game on this one. And this one right here, this question, I'm gonna give a shout out to Kenan Macon for this one. Like I said, this question came from last week as well when he said who the starters on defense. Wallace Smith said Harlow is not on the roster. Okay, thank God. I'm about to damn say now. So somebody done warped the time machine or something. Boy, I thought I was in the Dragon Ball Z episode. But like I said, shout out to Kenneth Macon for this one. So Falcons started on defense. Now we know Dean Pease and we know the type of defense that he likes to run. It's kind of a multiple front set, but it's usually based off of a 3-4 defense. But what I would say is, I see the trend. The trend is going with a lot of these teams now that they're going more of that 2-4-5 look. As most people might not know what 2-4-5. I was about to say, damn. I was about to say them. I was about to say them motherfucker came in already trying to shut me down. What the hell was that? All right. All right, now back to the story time, children. Here we go. Yeah, so we know DPs, like I said, that 2-4-5 is becoming kind of a new trend defensive wise. Like I said, 2 down linemen, 4 linebackers, 5 defensive backs. Yeah, but I'm about to say, man, Mike about to come in here and say today, man, they trying to kill you, brother. They trying to kill your brother Stream already. But as I see how this is going to happen, is we already know Grady Jarrett's going to be on that damn thing. We already know he's a staple of that defense. And Mr. Lee said it right here. Like I said, I think Marlon Davidson is going to be Marlon Davidson and Grady Jarrett at that defensive line. Like I said, you want to have you want to have at least a guy that can help stop the run, but a guy that can also be efficient in the pass rush. And that's why I feel like Marlon Davidson will definitely have the advantage over Tyler Davidson, because as we know, Tyler Davidson like to dap up rival players during games, but he's good in run blocking, but he's not efficient enough. And then I look at the 4 linebackers. I look at pretty much the outside linebackers, as we know, are usually the pass rushers. But I can kind of definitely see a linebacker. Like I said, we're gonna start with the outside rush linebackers. As we know, Dante Fowler is gonna be on one end. But I'm gonna surprise everybody else on this one. I'm gonna say Michael Walker gonna line up on the other end. I'm like Wallace Smith said, 2-4-5 is a nickel defense. But the reason why I'm saying a 2-4-5 is because, like you said, with the reports of Isaiah Oliver actually kind of being like that big nickel corner free safety. Like I said, you want Richie Grant back there too, because you're going to need his playback, especially now that people are putting this big comparison. They're comparing this guy to Brian Dawkins right now. So you want to have that type of playmaker on the field at all times. And you need Harmon at strong safety because you need that veteran leadership. So, like I said, it pretty much is going to be, like I said, it's pretty much going to be a 3 safety look. But with Isaiah Oliver being a solid tackler that he is, it's almost like a 3-4 defense. Because as we know, especially when Isaiah Oliver had moved to that nickel corner spot last season, you saw his game go to a whole nother level. Like I said, as you know, he's very physical, so it's like another linebacker, but he's light enough to where he can help in coverage. Only because a lot of teams are 60-40 when it comes to passing out. That's 60% passing, 40% running. A lot of teams are doing that now. So you want to have the best athletes out there as much as possible. And this is where it goes to the linebacker, where I say the middle of the field is going to be Fourier and Deion Jones. You could sub in Brandon Copeland here and there. Like I said, you got an Errol Thompson. You could put Eric Harris at that middle linebacker spot if you want to add some kind of complexity to the defense. But like I said, it's not. But the thing is, it's not going to be just, it's just going to be 4 linebackers going all the time. That's why I said that's why we got a Barkevius Mingo. Like I said, that's why you got a Brandon Copeland. That's why you got a Konvo Ogundeji. That's why you got all these guys, because it's sub packaging. It's all about plugging in guys at the right spots and at the right part of the game. But yeah, interior, like I said, I was more so at first. I was more so on Fourier kind of being outside, but then I kind of looked at it again. Michael Walker and Fourier are kind of interchangeable as far as outside and inside. But I think Michael Walker has a little bit more of the athletic upside. And Fourier damn sure got it. But I think Michael Walker is more of an athlete than Fourier. But he could work on the inside. That's why I said you're going to need Marlon Davidson to kind of step up, because the way this defense is going to be, the interior defensive linemen are going to have to hold the point of attack for these linebackers to flow. And then, like I said, this is where I kind of get to the secondary too. If I'm looking at the secondary, as we know, AJ Terrell, he's the number one corner. You already know. I think number two is going to be Fabian Moreau. I don't really see, like I said, I don't really see nobody really challenging for that number 2 spot. Not right now, anyway. And then this is where the meat and potatoes, and like I said, this is where the meat and potatoes of the defense go. Like I said, the 3 safeties is going to be strong safety Harmon, free safety Richie Grant, and big nickel Isaiah Oliver. Like I said, the main thing about this defense is they're going to have to tackle in the open field. Because if they do not tackle well in the open field, it's not going to work. Like I said, remember, we done came through being the 5th worst pass defense in NFL history. Let me rephrase that in the Kstylz way. We were the Suki Hana, Amber Rose, slut walk defense. We done with them days. We don't want to see that no more. And I know you don't hear nobody else talk about bad defenses like that. So you know, if you hear anybody else say that, you know where it come from. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and read some more of the comments. I want to know what y'all think about that. How you feel about that defensive alignment? Do you feel like it's going to be more of a 3-4? Do you feel like it's going to be multifaceted? Do you agree with the 2-4-5? Or I want to hear y'all comments on that, because that's why I said at the end of the day, we all here learning and we all here trying to come up with the same thing. But I'm gonna go ahead and read some of y'all comments here. I see a lot of people saying Mr. Lee said Marquivas Mingo was a nice pickup. Definitely. Because at the end of the day, the free agent pickups were guys that were veterans. So you're mixing veterans with the young guys, and that's all. And like I said, that's all going to do nothing but make the team better, because the young guys need as many veterans as they can to help speed up their maturation process. That's just like with life. You like I said, you hang around some OGs. That's why when you used to hang around your dad and your uncles like that growing up, and they put you on game at an early age. So once you get older, you already know what to look for. But Konvo King came in here. He said front 4 gonna be Fowler, Jarrett, Davidson, Walker. Let's say that's kind of an agreement right there. That's kind of on the same page on that one. Let's see. Isaac Crowns, what's going on, man? He said with the linebackers and safety depth, it looks like a 34. That's why I said DP specializes in kind of like the 34. It's like I said, it's multifaceted. A 2-4-5 is basically a 3-4 defense. It's just taking a defensive end and using an outside linebacker instead, and taking another linebacker and putting a corner in instead. It's like I said, the 34 is a base. The 2-4-5 is, like I said, it's meant for the pass. But like I said, that he right. You Skate Knight, what's going on, man? Appreciate you joining us. Yep, fast like I said, multiple, just like Coach said. Oh yeah. At the end of the day, we just need to be unpredictable. That's the main thing. As long as we unpredictable, we good. Because for the last 5 years, I don't know if y'all noticed that a lot of the quarterbacks that have been doing these interviews after the game have literally said the same thing about the Falcons defense, and their philosophy is basically they don't do nothing. There's nothing complex about it. So that's why they tear our defenses apart. Even in that Super Bowl year, our defense wasn't great. The defense actually sucked. But it was the fact that they was able to get those timely sacks. It was those timely turnovers, which made the difference. Even when Kansas City won the Super Bowl a couple years ago, their defense wasn't great. They got timely stops, and you hear it on AFN all the time about the timely stops and turnovers. Like I said, you don't have to be a number one defense. You just, like I said, you just have to win the turnover battle. You have to win the third down battles. You have to get sacks. That's what it comes down to. Because you could bend and don't break all day, but you'll wear your defense out. Mr. Motivator said, I'm just ready to see a mix-up thing. Yep, we ready to see that too. That's where the unpredictability come in. And Terrence Lane said, I think some of those strong safeties are going to be used like linebackers in some of those packages. Yes, because you're still going to have the athletes on the field. But the thing is, you want guys that's what DNPs and that's what this defensive staff is looking for. They're looking for guys that can tackle in the open field. I'm going to say it for the folks in the back. You must be able to tackle in the open field. All right, we good on that. We good on that. And then Isaac Crown came with another one. He said, I like the competition factor Coach Pease has brought. If and when injuries come, we should be good. Yes. And that, like I said, that's where the substitution packages come in too. Like I said, you're letting everybody get a chance to get some snaps. So when it comes down to it and they need to step up, they're going to be confident enough to make those plays. Ghost Pepper say, if the Falcons rank anywhere in the top 20, I'll be pleased. Boy, I'll tell you this, like I ain't even gonna put a number on that top 20. I say if they did better than last year, I'll be pleased. In certain categories. The only reason why we was top 10 against the run, because teams was like, why run when we could just pass on their ass? That's what I want to see. Like I said, Isaac Crowd, what to do, man? Okay, if this one decides to come up, there you go. Tony Wright said, I like our 2021 draft class and some undrafted free agents. Outside linebacker Kobe Jones, Mississippi State, and Errol Thompson. And Errol Thompson is actually one of my favorites as far as the undrafted free agents myself. Because, like I said, he is one of those but you will put him in a situation to where he's not going to be the primary middle linebacker, but he can do the dirty work for the guy next to him. Like I said, that's why I'm ready to see these preseason games, because I want to see these. I want to see these skill sets get put, even though it's not going to be against no starters, but you still want to actually see what these guys can do, especially in an NFL type environment. Angel Green, what's going on? Like I said, that's the princess right there. Like I said, y'all show her some love. Oh man, wait a minute. Macondo King says 53-man roster is going to be interesting. How many D linemen and how many linebackers? Ooh, boy. Yeah, it's going to be interesting because you're going to at least need about 9 roster. Let me see. You're going to need about 7 defense. You don't need about at least 12, 13. You don't need at least about 12 roster spots for those two positions alone. So I say about 6. I say about 7. No, you're gonna need about 8 defensive line. No, you need about 8 defensive linemen. No, you're gonna need 14 spots. You need about 8 defensive linemen. You're gonna need about at least 6 linebackers. So about 14, 15 spots for those two. But the thing is, the competition is gonna be great. That's the main thing I want to see. Yeah, Mr. Lee said I want to see the linebackers and corners doing the preseason. Definitely. All right, I just want to get that out the way. We're gonna kind of go into the Q&A side of it, so I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and ask some questions. Like I said, remember, you can ask questions here, or like I said, you look at the bottom of the screen. You can subscribe to Just Kstylz. You can leave your hashtag Ask Kstylz questions there. You can go to Twitter at Just Kstylz87 or Instagram at Kstylz6thMan and hashtag Ask Kstylz. Like I said, that's why I do these lives, because I want to answer y'all questions on these lives and also do videos as well. So let y'all go ahead and get y'all questions in, man. See what you got for me. I'm gonna read y'all comments while I see some couple questions here. So Ghost Pepper says, if we can get 8 to 10 sacks out of Fowler, I call DP's hiring a success under any circumstance. Dan Speed Quinn was just incompetent at creating a pass rush. I'm about to say Mike came in Jesus mode right there. I'm about to say, oh Lord. But I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't give a damn if he get 8 to 10 sacks. Like I said, they just need to get sacks. Like I said, this might be one of those defenses to where they might not, like, if he gets 8, that's good. But the sacks have to be diversified amongst everybody. It just can't be just 3 or 4 people. Oh, I had to read something right quick. My bad, John. My bad. I had to read something right quick. But yeah, the problem with Dan Quinn was his defensive mindset was based on the reputation of the Legion of Boom. That's what that was. And the problem was he didn't have the type of players the Legion of Seattle had at that time to make that defense work. Because as far as them being fast and physical, they had defensive linemen that were dogs.
Bro, what the?
Hey, Mike just letting y'all know he here. He letting you know he here.
My bad, bro. I don't know. Like this boy trying to make me come on today. My bad. God, Lee. I'm just
Hey, I'm about to say this is the Q&A part. I done got most of my stuff out the way. This is the last few minutes of it anyway. I'm about to say, boy, you might well come on, boy. I'm about to say, they see that Falcon logo popping in and out, boy. They think afraid the Falcon gonna come in.
Hey, wait, bro, what in the world? Hey, bro, this camera trying to make me come on, bro. I'm like, I'm trying to get ready for the game.
So Eric McDowell came in as who's playing strong safety? Deron Harmon. What do you think about that, Mike? Like I see Deron Harmon as a strong safety. Well, actually, I think they're gonna have 2 strong safeties. It's gonna be Deron Harmon and Isaiah. And the way that they're gonna play it, some little way, but it's only gonna be like it's gonna depend. But I know Deron Harmon's definitely gonna be the main strong safety.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree. I think Isaiah Oliver has the makeup to be that wild card on defense that I was talking about. You're going to see him at corner, all the corner positions, all the safety positions, because that's what you want as a defensive coordinator, a guy that you can play with. Like you just move around like Deion Jones, guys like Isaiah Oliver that has that, that ability to kind of go from, sideline to sideline, do all types of stuff.
Right. Oh, wait a minute. You know I got to answer this question. Mr. Lee just came with the question. You already knew where I was going with it. How do you feel about the rookie DN from Notre Dame? If a lot of people don't know how to say the name, let me say it again. Konvo Ogundeji. That was okay. That, or if you don't want to say all that, just say, "Hey." But he was one of my favorite players coming out the draft too, because the one thing about this guy that a lot of people gonna love is he, like I said, he's a hand fighter. He, like I said, he knows how to kind of get guys off of him. Because as much as they say about Kyle Pitts and his wingspan, this boy Ogun got a wingspan larger than his. So he know how to keep guys off of him. That's the main thing. And that's what I like about him. And he's good against the run. But
that's what we've watched tape on him together, and that's the first thing that jumped out to both of us. It's like, man, his hands, like he's one of those defensive linemen like you rarely see that can keep offensive linemen off of him. And anytime you can keep them big goons like Caleb McGarry and Jake Matthews off your body, the better you're gonna be. That's what I like most, and he's a relentless pass rusher. But what jumps out to me, like Kevin say, man, that dude, his hand play is just electric, man. I love his hands.
Right. Kerry Calamia, what's going on? Appreciate you joining us.
Hey, Paul Durant. I'm an admin, all right?
Exactly.
Y'all go to Facebook, Atlanta Falcons Nation. She is the woman that pretty much keeps that group, in check, man. I love Carrie, Brandon, all you guys in the Atlanta Falcons Nation that keep that group going, man. We definitely love you guys.
Right, definitely. And Wallace Smith says, how many sacks do you think we'll get this year? I say we get at least 38 sacks this year.
Yeah, I see about 38, 35, 38. I can't go over 40. I say about 30.
I'm about to say I'll raise you 5. I'll say about 40 to sell. But the thing about it is, I feel like you're gonna have at least 2 guys with 10 plus, and you're gonna have everybody else about 5. That's what I'm hoping. But I know that
I really think that you're gonna see a Dante Fowler resurgence. Like I really believe that. That's like he's motivated, he wants to prove himself. To show that, last year was all about injuries. I can't deny it, but nobody really stood out outside of Grady Jarrett. Like Grady Jarrett, the freak of nature. Like nobody on that defensive line stood out. Nobody. So I think it was a scheme and injuries with him.
Right. And it also didn't help the fact that he didn't have a cleanup man.
Right.
Tweety Bird.
But the games when they played in together, they were pretty good together. But Tweety Bird couldn't stay off the damn injury list.
It wasn't even just that. I think his problem was more so like you seen him bull rush, but when the bull rush didn't work, he kind of got disengaged from the game. Right. Remember that? I'm gonna give everybody that's watching here a little story here. The AFN crew watched a few clips from the Detroit game. Jarvis Williams, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming in here, getting ready for this story time I'm about to tell. So basically, the Falcons did a stunt. Mike, you know where I'm about to go with this.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people might not know when you look at certain plays. Okay, let me see. Okay, hold on. This is Alec Bailey, and this is Tad McKinnon. So basically what happened was Alec Bailey, he crashed in to take 2 offensive linemen, and Tad was supposed to win the other way. He's supposed to stunt around.
Yeah.
But what happened was when he crashed, instead of attacking on the stunt, he half-assed the stunt and Alec Bailey ended up getting thrown on the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, that's where that has to come down to. That's why we always say you got to give 100% on each play, because you don't know. Like I said, you don't know. You might not get the sack that one play, but that one play that you didn't attack from, you could set up to get a couple sacks later on. And this is what we got on Tad McKinley's ass about, or Tweeterberg about.
You get your players hurt too. Like if he would have got hurt on that play, man, like I would have, like, the first thing I would do soon as the locker room, I'll be the first one in the locker room. As soon as he stepped foot in the locker room, I'm giving him that Mike Tyson 2-piece for half-ass.
Exactly. And that's usually like, right. That's usually where like all the OGs and stuff. Like I said, Alec Bailey's not really considered an OG.
Mm-hmm.
But could you imagine somebody like a Jonathan Babineau would have got put in a situation like that?
Yeah, that wouldn't have gone right. That wouldn't have gone right well at all.
Could you imagine Dominican Sue getting put in a situation like that?
Hell no! Like, the Sue ain't playing that. Like, you getting cut up. You getting cut up if you do that. That ain't happening.
Exactly.
That's not happening at all.
Exactly. So Aaron McDowell asked him, "Do you think one of the rookies can win the return job?" That's what Cordell Patterson is here for. That's why he's the backup running back. Look, that's to the no. To the no. To the no.
We talking about Devin Hester Jr. Absolutely not. Ain't nobody taking that spot.
Exactly. But I'm gonna go ahead. But yeah, like I said, Cordell Patterson got the return job, the punt and kick return job. But if you talk about as far as the backup, I could like a backup return job. Like I said, doesn't care if they want to give him a breather or something like that, or he might get hurt. For some reason, I like Javen Hawkins in that situation.
Well, there's a couple of guys, Hawkins as well as Avery Williams. Everybody keep forgetting about Avery Williams, but he's another one that did a return also. You know, you got Calvin Ridley too, who could be in that emergency punt returner. He's done that, at Alabama. So there's so many guys. That's why it's like this team shouldn't have any issues with special teams return, because we got so many guys who can do that job.
Right. And like I said, my special teams, the guy I'm looking at special teams is Sterling Hoffrichter. I need him to punt better. I need him to punt better this year. He didn't do too bad. He didn't do too bad, but I need some more. I need some more inside the 20 punts. That's what I need to see.
Right. Yeah, I need to see. I need to see more of that. And I think this special team, like, Dan Quinn didn't give a damn about no special team. Let's be real. If he all he needed from his special team was a kick field goal. He didn't give a fuck if they returned or not.
And that's the problem. Like I said, the punter is just as important as the kicker.
Absolutely. That's the defense. Defense know when you can get that ball within that 10, that 10 yards, like, they got to go 90 yards. That's a defense best friend when they can keep those guys from going a whole, like, you can keep them, close to the goal line so they can get those safeties and whatnot. They love that. They can be aggressive in that situation. So defenses love that. But
yeah, that's why they always kind of associate punters with defense, because you have to set like you said, you have to set the defense up in a position to where they can be aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you could pit, and like I said, I know this is weird because we're actually talking about a punter here and punting situations. I know people look at it like
you're not gonna get this anywhere. I told you we some football, but like we talk about every aspect of it.
Yeah, and I know y'all remember a punter we used to have. I know y'all like Matt Barsher, but I'm talking about Michael Caden. That's what he
Kanan.
used to be good.
Oh boy,
That's what he
Kanan
used to be good at, was
leg
pinning in the
on
20s.
That dude had a leg. I've seen him punt the damn ball like 70 yards, bro. That dude had a monster leg.
Right. But the thing is, he knew how to pin him in the 20. And like I said,
Yeah,
that is a momentum booster for your defense, because like we could see the end zone right here. So we know we just got to do our damn job.
absolutely.
I want to give a shout out to Paul Durant for this comment here. Oh, he was like, appreciate y'all paying attention to detail, giving us real content. Hey, no doubt, man. No doubt. Hey, that's why we say this, the stats, facts, and the absolute truth. That's what we try to preach on, but we try to do our homework when it comes to this as well. Like, we're fans just like y'all, but we try, but we want to bring everybody together to look at a different perspective of the game outside of just being a fan. Antonio Holloway. Yes, you don't sleep on special teams. Like I said, I pulled a stat up a couple weeks ago about the San Diego Chargers, who did not make the playoffs. They went 9-7, but they did not make the playoffs. They was number one in offense, number one defense, dead last in special teams.
Dead last. Can't win without special teams. You cannot win without special teams. Can't win.
And which is crazy. Which is crazy because everybody look at special teams as a joke, but it's like, dude, field position matters.
But let's take a deep dive into the New England Patriots. A lot of people think the Patriots defense was one of the main reasons why they was winning those Super Bowls, and that's far from the truth. The reason why they won those Super Bowls because guys like out of Vinatieri, who was kicking those long ass field goals to get them, because Tom Brady wasn't spectacular in Super Bowls. He was never spectacular in Super Bowls. So like even the Super Bowl with the recent one with the Rams, like they had 13 points. They don't win that game if they don't have a good special team, because like the defense was doing okay, but but the offense wasn't really doing anything. They got them in field goal position, and they special teams pinned the Rams. When they return game, you got guys like James White. They even put him in on returns. A lot of times, so they take their special teams seriously. That's why they win.
Exactly. My bad, Mike. I'm sitting here trying to look at who was the punter for the Patriots at them years.
I know.
Yeah, Josh Miller. Because they remember they had Josh Miller, Allen.
Yeah.
But those guys specialized in trying to pin you close to your goal line as possible.
They had one of the best special team coaches in the history of the game. I forget his name, but like this guy been like he's older than Bill Belichick. He's been teaching special teams, and they brought him out of retirement, to be specifically work for them. So like Bill Belichick he's one of those guys that he does not take special teams lightly, and that's one thing that I always say will really, if you want to say aided in the decline of the Atlanta Falcons, or the lack of our special teams. Like we had good field goal kickers, but the special teams we've seen plenty of times where in the third, fourth quarter when they needed to get when the opposing team needed to get a big play from their returner team, we couldn't even tackle on special teams. They got like to the 40-yard line and made it easier for their offense. We've seen that plenty of times.
Right. And Walt Smith says, "What do you feel about special team coach Maurice? Did you see the Dallas game last year? You can't do no worse than that.
You can't do no worse than that.
You can't do no worse than that.
No, absolutely not.
But he's pretty good though. Like I said, to get those guys kind of prepared, I feel like he'll have them prepared because, like Mike just told y'all, special teams, coaching. Like you said, Keith Armstrong, that was a very underrated coach we had. Make sure I said the name right. Yeah, he was very underrated coach we had. Like I said, we didn't have returners that was fair catching. We had fair catches and stuff like that. But as far as the gunners and coaching the gunners and dealing with special team situations, he had them on point.
Absolutely.
Um,
You remember
like
this, Bobby April? You remember Bobby April and
right.
Dan Reed's son-in-law? I forget his name. It'll come to me, but those guys was like they had our special teams on point for decades, man. Like we've always had a great special team. In fact, Dan Reed's son-in-law, he was the one that was, I believe, when he was fired, he was the one that they kept over, the special teams coach. So that tells you how valuable the special teams is. You know, due to the rules, you may not get as many opportunities to return the ball, but like you still see returns. You still see those returns, and especially punt returns. You're gonna get the opportunity, to punt. Like I'm tired of seeing every time somebody punt the ball, we get a fair catch. But if I see that shit again, if I see that many fair catches again, like I'm personally gonna attack the hell out of Rich McKay because I can't see it. I cannot live through another fair catch season. Okay, I cannot do it.
Oh man, that's why Cordell.
I'm gonna put my own version of Stay Strapped out if they keep up all that fair catch shit.
Hey, look, I was about to say, that's why like I said, that's why we said, no, we can't have that. That's why Cordell Patterson that he said. I'm gonna try to make a play the best I can. That's what he said.
Yeah,
ain't no way. We done had about 4-5 weeks. Man, after Andre Roberts left, we've been fair catching ever since.
Right. Fair kids, but fair kid Falcons. That's what we are, the fair kid Falcons.
Exactly, boy. Like I say, you might well turn them into the Atlanta Braves as much fair catching they doing. Sean in here talking his Matt Ryan shit again. You already know how that
Matt Ryan have his left testicle.
He said put Matt Ryan on special teams.
Yeah, that's give Matt Ryan his left testicle, Sean. That's all you're talking about is Matt Ryan. I know there's another player on the team,
okay? Woo, boy. Wall Smith. Oh, wait a minute. We got a super chat here. We got the 499.
Oh, 99.
And appreciate Ricardo King for this one. He said, I want to shout y'all out because I love other diehard Falcon fans. Either with us or not, I hate fake fans. Hey, I say it like this. The fake fans are the reason we appreciate the team for what it is because it clears them out and it takes away that bullshit energy they bring.
Absolutely. I made a whole rant about that. You know what I'm saying? We up here, we complain about that all the time about, we tired of losing. What? We tired of losing. Well, we say this all the time. If you show up to the games and you actually cheer on third downs and cheer in money situations, you can actually help the team. So ain't no excuses of saying that fans can't do anything. We can do it. We see with Seattle. We've seen the fans single-handedly help win games because the opposing team can't even damn hear the calls coming in.
Right. See, but the issue, I think the main issue with that is we especially here in Atlanta, and we're talking about the fair weather fans. So if you don't fall in this category, we're not talking about you. But it's kind of like one of those. I don't want. About say they shooting a music video over there too.
Disco Inferno.
Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. But exactly. But the main thing that I see is with a lot of the fan base is kind of one of those. I want to denounce them but I don't want to denounce them too much because just in case they start winning, it's pretty much like I got 1 foot out and 1 foot in. And that's the issue, is because people use the same thing as I'm tired of losing. But if you're tired of losing, what is one more year? If you went through the whole losing process and you talking about you tired of losing, what's one more year? I mean, like you say, it's a process. Everybody's not guaranteed to have a winning season every year. But you have to make sure, like you said, what Bill Belichick, Randy Moss say, good players cannot overcome bad coaching.
Absolutely. Well, you saw it. This is a perfect example. Go ahead, get that, Sean. Get that.
Sean Jones, $20 Super J said, "This is my favorite show on YouTube. Y'all guys keep up the good work and don't pay me no attention. We're gonna pay you some damn attention, bro.
You gonna get it. You gonna get this 5 minutes of fame. You know it.
You bring it up yourself.
You gonna get that 5 minutes of fame.
But the thing is, he's a day one for us. So, like I said, that's why we could tolerate his Matt Ryan usual stuff. It's usually funny, so that's why we keep him around.
Right.
But the main thing is he don't disrespect nobody. That's the main thing we do not tolerate.
Right? He only disrespect man. I can deal with that.
you don't disrespect nobody on this panel or nothing like that, because now you really get the 5 seconds of fame, and that's not coming just from us. That's gonna be the people in the chat ready to get on your ass. So if y'all new to this, y'all better come correct. Tony Howard said, "Pass the peas like we used to do."
Appreciate that, Sean. Appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate it, Sean, man. Like you said, he a day one, so we cool with him. Radiant Media says, "See you guys for Friday Night Madness." Oh yeah, Friday Night Madness is gonna be on point.
Somebody still got that 5 seconds. Somebody we've been having a lot of trolls lately, so somebody might get their 5 seconds of fame.
Exactly. That's why I said we've been getting a lot of interesting characters on the Friday Night Madness the last month and a half. So y'all get ready for that, boy, because I'm expecting some more. And we got money. We got one. Exactly.
Yeah, well, we getting them all over the place. We getting, like I said, we getting people I don't even like. They just showing out of nowhere. Like, where are you coming from? How do you guys even find this?
And the thing about it is, it's worse on Twitter. It's worse.
Yeah, it really is.
It's worse on Twitter. We be getting all kinds of shit out of the blue.
I don't even know if Fleet is still in a word that is in, but that mute button, that block button be on Fleet, but on Twitter for me. But I don't put that.
But it be hitting that block button like a superhero, boy.
Like do, like Mario be hitting that damn A button for Mario.
Nope. You be like Soldier Boy. You be like, yo, get your ass.
Yo,
oh man, exactly. Get your ass up, honey. That's what Paul Durant said. That's why I love the Raiders and Browns fans, because they support their team no matter what. I mean, that is true. Like you said, you got the Jets fans. They support their team no matter what. Like I say, the Browns, the Buffalo Bills fans support it, and the Buffalo Bills had a 20-year playoff drought, and they were still fucking with their teams.
Yep.
We all for 2 years. We ready to sell the team somewhere, and that's the problem.
Right. They've been a losing organization for over 20 years, and we still up here talking about we tired of losing after 1 year, one terrible year.
After 2 or 3 years, we ready to sell the team to somewhere else because we tired of losing. And you got other organizations of fans that ain't seen a winning season in 15 years, and they still, like I said, when we play them, they fans be in the stadium than our fans.
That's crazy.
And that's the reality of it. See, we have like I said, we kind of have that LA type fan base where they don't really give a damn about the team, only when they're winning. It's basically LA. And it is, and like you said, it is. And that's how it's gonna be. But the thing about it is your fandom is judged based on it when your team is down. When your team had them down years, you find out who the real fans are.
Yep.
Because you could easily be a fan of a winning team. That's easy. The hardest thing is being a fan of a team that's losing.
And telling everybody you're a fan of that team, and then you get joked at and picked on at work and at school and outside. Like, well, what the hell you got on? You got a damn Falcon jersey on? They suck.
Like, they trash. I went to a bar one time. I had my Georgia Tech shirt on. The motherfucker talking about, what the fuck you got that on for? Like, the whole bar is nothing but Georgia and Alabama fella. What the fuck you got that on? You from Georgia? Like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm from Georgia. What that supposed to mean? I said, you can't be from the A and you like Georgia Tech. But the reality, and I had to tell it to him like this. If you actually look at the location, Georgia Tech is actually the A.
Yeah.
Get your facts right.
It's like before Georgia, well, the main reason why Georgia Tech, isn't as big as they once were, especially in the early 2000s and 90s, is because they hired Paul Johnson. When they hired Paul Johnson, all that shit went like straight to the trash. He pretty much hire ruined everything Georgia Tech, because a lot of people don't remember. Like Georgia Tech was national champions, bro.
1990.
Come on, champion. People don't realize. These are national champs. They was in the recruiting, they responsible for one of the greatest wide receivers of all time.
And I remember that recruiting class. That recruiting class was one of the top in the nation that year.
Absolutely.
Then we bring Paul Johnson with his Army, Navy, Air Force ass offense to Georgia Tech, and now nobody wants to be here.
Bruh, I stopped watching. When I saw that, I stopped watching Georgia Tech because of that hire. I was not about to torture myself saying 50, 60 runs every, hell no, bro. I can go to a high school game and see that shit. I don't need to look at that.
Exactly. I can go to North Atlanta High School or Stevenson or somewhere and watch that goddamn shit.
I can watch that.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, man, bro, like I said, you won't know a true fan if you sitting here watching a team that runs the ball 70 times a game and throws the ball 5 times a game. Bro, are you still a fan of that? You can't get like I said, you can't you cannot question nobody's fandom if you're a Georgia Tech fan. Because in all honestly, just knowing that we the little brothers of Georgia, and then Georgia State coming up now too, which shouts out to Georgia State Panthers because they coming up too.
Absolutely.
Oh man. Hold on, we got first and frame match. VF Baller. He said no Paul Johnson slander. He won the AA national championship for my Georgia Southern Eagles. Hey, he did good for your Georgia Southern Eagles, but he ain't do shit for my Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Fuck Paul Johnson.
He destroyed that. They wouldn't get no defense. If you're gonna run that type of offense, at least get some defensive talent. They couldn't even do that. How you gonna have that type of offense and you can't get defenders? That should be the main reason why defenders come. So that will tell you how terrible of a recruiter he was.
Right.
Horrendous.
But what I tell VS Ballers that triple option offense could work in AA football.
right.
When your ass is playing Georgia every year.
Yeah, that shit ain't working in Georgia, Alabama, Clemson.
You playing the ACC and SEC every year, that triple option offense ain't worth shit. But yeah, Georgia Southern is coming up too, and like I said, hey, like I said, shouts out to Georgia Southern as well. I mean, like I said, you got like football here in the state of Georgia with all the colleges, everything is getting better now. Like I said,
absolutely.
Well, I ain't gonna talk about Coach Kirby Smart and stuff like that, but like I said, they the big brothers of college football down here in Georgia,
right.
Bulldog. But you look at Georgia Tech coming up, you got Georgia Southern coming up, you got Georgia State coming up. It's big. And then, like I said, even shouts out to Clark Atlanta. Like I said, they doing a little thing here and there too.
It's a lot of openings in football at the moment because a lot of these big schools they can't get all the guys. Like it's a lot of terrific athletes that's not. They're not getting the opportunity, and then you look at, the scholarships that are available. The full ride scholarship that are available. It's like you're not getting that. A Georgia doesn't. You're not gonna get a lot of that from Georgia. Then a full ride. Right. You'll get a full ride for Georgia State, Georgia Southern. That's why they're coming up because these athletes know that they're gonna get a full ride. They don't have to pay for anything.
Right.
So that's why those guys are coming up.
Right. And like I said, Sanchez Low, we see them Hawks, man. Like I said, they proving the world wrong. And like I said, now the world is kind of looking at the Hawks now like, wow, we didn't know this was down here.
I got one song that come to mind and everybody know I'm a Pac fan. I love the house of Pac. Every time I see Trey Young, boy, I say ambitious as a rider. Not like I gotta see that shit. He got that smirk on his face, boy. It's just like that's all I hear is ambitious as a rider. That man, like that dude, like
you don't want to fuck with.
That's all I hear, boy. That man said, "Y'all don't want to fuck with me, boy." Trey doing his thing, man. But I always believe that dude, man. That dude, his swagger is different, man. He got that Kobe Bryant, like Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, that swagger, that magic swagger. They know they good. It ain't nothing you can say to them that's gonna say, bitch, I'm not that one. Like Trey, you can see it in his eyes, his smile. The way he on the court up here shooting 30-footers with confidence. Like how many players that can shoot 30-footers and then smile and then turn around, even if he missed the motherfucker, he gonna turn around and do this shit again. People right now.
Well, y'all about to say that last game. Technically, he didn't shimmy. I looked at it again. He shrugged.
He did
because it was like
he shrugged.
He didn't. He didn't shimmy. He shrugged because he was looking like.
Like y'all really
y'all really gonna leave me open? Okay.
I like Drew. Drew just gave up. He looked like a fool. He was like, I ain't even gonna go. He already done made me look stupid. What the hell what I'm going there for? That man just gave up on the play.
Hello, Kenan Macon. Like I said, I gave shout outs to Kenan Macon because, like I said, he gave us one of the topics for the day. He was like, where would Atlanta be if they kept Luka? Be honest with you. This team actually would have been broke up after 2 years of Luka. But now, no, because have you heard now? You heard now. They talk about the players don't like playing with him because he's kind of an asshole. Don't nobody want to play with him.
He had handlers before he even got to the NBA. That's what people. He had handlers. They don't want to deal with those handlers, and with his handlers, it becomes like a fight, like it's an internal fight.
Right.
Trying to give him everything.
Right. Shout out to Triple T, Twisted Torch TV. Y'all make sure y'all show him some love on his channel too. That's AFN family right there, and also First and Frame Race, I'm about to say congratulations to him. He just hit 700 subscribers himself.
Whoa!
So VF Baller trying to get in the bag like that. Like I said, we give shouts out to him as well.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Also, Kennesaw State. Kennesaw State is coming up too. So. It's getting big down here with college football.
Athletes got more opportunity to get those full rides. That's what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
Getting those full rides.
Quint Brown said they never give us our credit, and at this point in time, I don't want the credit.
I don't want.
Don't switch up now.
Keep that same energy.
Hey, and then have you noticed too that all the Hawks fans that said Trae Young sucks, all of a sudden are now on his dick? Did y'all realize that now?
That was the basis of my. That was the basis of my rant. That was the basis of my rant. You want me to keep that same energy? No, you keep that same energy. Look, we've been here through the worst of the worst. We've seen the worst of the worst. I'm still here.
I was about to say, do y'all remember them Royal Ivy days when we was winning 15 games a season? Do you remember them games? Do you remember that?
Wipe the sweat off my forehead.
But that was back then when we didn't win our 10th game until after the All-Star break. So yeah, I remember them.
Woo, boy.
Had my whole jersey and everything. Everybody looking like, boy, you need to throw that shit in the garbage. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
You need it'd be like 5 seats it'd be like 5, 10 seats within you and the next person at games. Boy.
I'm about to say this is gonna be the very last thing we talk about here. This is gonna be the last comment of the night. They're like thoughts on the NFL alternate helmet change. Talk about the
Come on, yeah, I got it. Yeah, that's gonna be a short answer for me. That's gonna be a short answer for me. It's pretty simple. And Kstylz probably know I'm gonna go with this, but come on. Out of all the times, like y'all had all this time to use those helmets, and now all of a sudden y'all want to use it now. Come on, y'all know it's all about money.
Exactly,
it's money. It's money. There ain't no other reason why they gonna do it now. It's because they want to sell jerseys. They want to sell merchandise. Right. That's it.
Good. I was about to say if the Falcons go back to them red, they might as well go all the way with it.
All the way, yeah.
All like if they're gonna wear the alternate red helmet, they might as well wear the red jerseys too.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, that would be pretty dope.
They know people about those jerseys. That's why they doing it. It's all money. They trying to recoup that money that they lost from the pandemic. That's
exactly. Hey, we got another AFN family here. Rich BK, Brooklyn Bird in the building. That's the head hunter. That's the Mike linebacker right there, boy.
Look good, play good. Look good, play good. Play good. Right, man.
But yeah, that's definitely like I said, I like that. Like I said, I feel like they would be. Hold on, wait a minute. ATM kind of got an idea on me. He was like, "How would you do the red helmets with the red color rush jerseys look?" That would look too peewee though.
Too loud.
That's too loud.
Yeah, that's way too loud. I like a rough type of look.
With the radiant jersey, nah, I can't do it. Like you said,
I ain't trying to look like a damn blood, bro. Y'all trying to look like blood on the damn field.
Like I said, if you're gonna wear the red helmet, you might as well wear the whole Barkowski thing. The black jerseys need to be for the black helmets. I mean, even though they look good with the red helmets too.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna wind this down up for the night. Like I said, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said, this is ATM 34.
Get this.
See, I gotta get used to it. I gotta get used to that name, ATM 534. This is my boy Ashton right there. Show him some love.
I just say ATM. I don't even try all that 534. That man switching up numbers, bro. That man really is ATM, bro.
Exactly, man. Like you said, money in the bank, but like I said, we're gonna go ahead. like I said, we're gonna go ahead and wind it down for the night. Because I know the game is on, and I about missed the first 5 minutes of it. But like we said, we appreciate y'all tuning in to the 6-Man Konvo. Like I said, Mike came in as the special guest today. Appreciate him.
The camera forced me. They was like, "Bitch, you coming on today?" I don't even know what you said.
Well, it's all good though. It's all good. Like I said, you came in at the Q&A portion of it anyway, so you ain't really miss nothing. You ain't really do nothing wrong. But like I said, y'all make sure y'all follow Atlanta Falcon Nation. But well, first of all, you follow Just Kstylz.
Thank you.
On YouTube here. I'm on the road to 1,000. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I got about 698 of y'all to go to get to that goal. But like I said, we taking it one day at a time, as I always say. And also make sure you follow Atlanta Falcon Nation on all platforms. I'm gonna say it at the bottom again. If you want to ask questions to me, like I said, you can follow me on Twitter at just Kstylz87 and Instagram at Kstylz6man. Like I said, we on the road to 2K on AFN. We trying to get to 2K before the season starts. Hey man, we just try to do it here. So remember, Atlanta Falcon Nation is not just us on camera. It's not just us that's bringing you the content. It's y'all as well. Y'all are Atlanta Falcon Nation as well. Everybody, no matter what fan base you may be, if you tune into us, you are part of the nation. And like I said, you go ahead, you follow Mad Mike Sports. I know most of y'all probably do. But I'm gonna plug it anyway. And what more can I say, man? He's on the road to the 6K. He's trying to get there too. So, like I said,
man.
if you missed this stream, you go ahead. Like I said, y'all can just go ahead and rewatch. Like I said, share it. Leave comments, leave suggestions. Like I said, if you disagree with anything we had to say, hey, put it in there.
No way.
But also, like I said, peace and blessings to everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed the show today. I hope everybody have a good night. Go Hawks tomorrow night. And like I said, Atlanta Falcon Nation, we ain't here to play, but we here to stay. And what are we telling Mike?
You ain't got to go home,
but you got to get the hell up out of here.
That never get old, boy. Deuces.
Baby.